This is Kat.
That's me. This is Sam.
Me. And this is
Selvage Knits.
So if you're joining us for the first time, we are just talking about all things knitting and
sometimes other things.
Yeah, sometimes, well, most of the time other things.
Most of the...
We go off on tangents a lot.
Not as much as we could.
We could go on for hours, but we won't.
So that's not fair to you.
Nobody wants to spend that much time with us. So it's been a little while since we posted anything. By the time this goes up, it'll be just over 2 weeks.
A little over 2 weeks.
Yeah. Figured we'd give you guys a break from us.
So there was a lot up. We did a lot after Rhinebeck.
We did a lot. And everyone kind of, easing back into the real world after that, which is always sad.
So much sadness.
I know. I wish it could just be Rhinebeck all the time.
I don't know. We've got some nice sweater weather here.
Yes.
We've gotten to really wear...
We got snow, like 5 inches of snow.
Which, I mean, everyone's from all over, different places, different weather, but here, snow usually doesn't hit until way after Christmas.
Way after Christmas.
But we got a substantial snow.
Before Thanksgiving.
Before Thanksgiving.
Which was crazy.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving, by the way.
Yes.
Because probably by the time we post this, it'll be about Thanksgiving for everybody.
Yes.
And happy Thanksgiving.
To everyone.
Gobble gobble and all that goodness.
Eat a lot of food. Be super American in that way. Unbutton your pants. Wear elastic pants. All right. So today we have...
See, tangents.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Yeah, well. Today we're just going to talk about a few different things. And first, I guess we'll start with what's... Sort of what's on our needles right now. So I'll go first.
Go for it.
So I have been knitting my Nurtured sweater, the Andrew Mowry pattern, with my Craggy Tweed from the Farmer's Daughter fiber, and I love it. But, when you're constantly knitting sweaters, and I had just finished the Wool and Honey sweater, and I've been doing a lot of sweaters, I was like, I really need some instant gratification. You know me, I like to have things finished. I am a project knitter at heart, and I was like, I need something that I finished and is done. So I went stash diving, and I found some of Magpie Fibers Bulky that they had last year. It was the single ply. And I knit up a hat really quick for my daughter, which she loves. And I'm really happy about it because normally she's really hot and doesn't want to wear it, but it's so pretty. She loves it, so she's wearing it all the time. And then hers was so squishy that I forgot that I had a whole skein for myself of this bulky. So I decided to knit my own hat. And this time I used a pattern. I used Jane Richmond's autumn hat and knit it up in this.
Speckles on that are really fun.
Oh my gosh. There's like these really, really pretty hints of blue in here. And
is that the London Rain colorway?
No, she named this, it looks very similar to it, but she named it, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it is. If I can think of it, I will put it down in our show notes. And no. It was specific to this one base. So she doesn't have anything else named this. So that's why I can't remember it for the life of me, because it's been over a year. And then there's this guy.
It's like cotton candy.
I feel like I need to name it.
Arnold.
It's Arnold. Yes. Hi, Arnold. This is better than a stress ball.
It is.
It is so soft. I love these alpaca pom-poms, which you can also find at Magpie Fibers online. And you just get them so fluffy, and they just
isn't the trick to get them this fluffy to brush it?
Yeah, you brush it right on up, and it gets really fluffy, because sometimes they get like sad looking. So you gotta fluff them up, and then they look all happy and perky. So this again is the autumn pattern, and I really love a speckled colorway in a texture of some kind, like a mock stitch, because it breaks up the speckles in a really good way and really brings out how cool all of the different colors are without so they don't, any pooling.
Yeah, it keeps that pooling from being...
Yeah, like even if the dyer is amazing and typically pooling doesn't happen, sometimes with like hats and socks and things that are really small circumferences, it can still happen.
I had this hat that I made for my son years ago, early on. Do you remember that hat?
Yes.
It was this gorgeous yarn, and I want to say that it was Malabrigo. The Malabrigo Rasta.
It was the Rasta.
And it was that gorgeous colorway that they had that was gray and gold and like shades of brown.
So beautiful.
But when I knit it in a little itty bitty baby hat, the pooling looked like I burned one side of it, because it was gray on one side and then it had this sort of like whitish gold on one side. It looked like I put it on a heater and burnt the side.
Yeah.
And it was
because like, it was such a small circumference. But the yarn was gorgeous.
The yarn was gorgeous, but in that particular pattern, I was like, oh.
Yeah. So, but when you do this texturing thing, it uses a little bit more yarn as well. So it varies how far in between the speckles and stuff you're going. So I really, really love this. It's really warm. It's really, really squishy. And I made it in a day.
And I need to make it even more because of that.
Yes. Made it in a day. And I made my daughter's in a day. And I'm also, this is the last year's, but Magpie does have a bulky out. I think it's a 2-ply bulky out right now. As well, that you can knit one of these bad boys up in. I really liked the pattern, really easy to follow, and super fast to knit.
Awesome.
So that's mine. What's on my needles, sort of, because it just came off my needles.
Well, and what's on my needles today, I have a couple projects on my needles right now, but they are test knits, and I can't show you.
She is a test knitting fiend.
And this kind of leads into our next topic.
Yes.
Because I wanted to talk a little bit about how I'm getting this particular test knit done. We had someone, and I can't remember if she commented on Instagram or if it was in
I'm pretty
our
sure
show
it was
notes.
on YouTube. But I know what you're gonna say.
Someone asked us, like, how do you get all this knitting done with all them kids?
That's what the segment is called. Getting knitting done with all them kids. Okay.
And it is, I mean, it's definitely not necessarily the easiest thing in the world.
No.
But it's something, for us, we were talking, you guys, if you've watched some of the interviews that we put up during Rhinebeck, one of the questions that we asked to people was, what keeps you from coming unraveled?
Yep.
And how the whole concept of the selvage knit is that, the selvage edge of something is the thing that keeps it from unraveling. And for us, knitting has very much been a thing that keeps us together.
Yes.
And for me, it's not so much a matter of how do I manage to knit with kids? It's how do I manage kids
without
knitting?
Right.
Like, the knitting really is the thing that kind of keeps me grounded. It keeps me calm, and it keeps me involved. I feel like as a mom, it's so easy to pick up my phone and be like, bye guys, mommy's gone now, thanks, don't die.
Yeah.
And it's trying to be a present parent when you have kids running around and needing your help and wanting to talk to you constantly about everything and wanting your opinion and that's a good thing. It sounds like I'm being negative in that.
No.
But I have kids of all different ages, ranging from 2 to 8.
Yeah.
And one kid wants to talk about her feelings and a lot, and another one wants to just talk about how he can break things with his face. And boys. Ooh, boys are fun. And my youngest just really likes to make animal noises a lot and really wants to make sure I'm aware of it. And it's fantastic, and I love them so much.
And you don't want to miss
You don't want to miss any of it, and I don't want my kids to grow up with my phone literally in my face.
Yeah.
So knitting for me has been my way of being there. Like, I can knit and talk. I can knit and watch. I can knit and stay present.
You can also knit with your kids, make them a part of it. It's one thing, instead of you don't want your whole family crowded around a phone, but if you can bring that knitting to your kids. And granted, you have all different ages, but your oldest daughter is starting to knit,
and so is my.
She loves coming up to you and saying, "Can we have a girls' night where you guys sit down and knit?" And she gets to stay up a little bit later than the rest of the kids, and that's a really cool thing too.
And for me, it's something that I can do when I'm with them, but it's also something that I can be like, okay, the kids are in bed, and now I'm going to set aside an hour and a half at night to watch my videos, listen to my podcasts, have no one touching me, no one bothering me, and I'm just going to knit. And it's been really that's been really important for my mental health, for my anxiety, for my well-being, and knitting is so important in my life, in my family life.
It's been a godsend. I mean, you and I both suffer from actual diagnosed general anxiety disorder, which I know so many people do, but nobody likes to talk about. That's actually how we became such good friends. I thought I was the only one that felt the way that I was feeling with my anxiety. I thought I was by far the only one that kind of felt like I was going crazy. And we were working together at the time. We're not friends. And I was like,
no, we weren't friends at all.
I gotta let you know, I have this thing. It's called anxiety. And so if I have to get up and walk out of the room, that's why. And I was so nervous to tell you. And her reaction could not have been better. She just looked at me and she goes, yeah, okay, I have it too. And I was like, no, I don't think you understand. I'm trying to explain to her. And she went into this story and she was like, no, I do get it. And this is why I get it. And
I used to hide under my bed. I totally get it.
yeah, she literally told me that. And I was like, it was the first time I was like, oh, you do get it. And we've been best friends ever since, and, you know, connected on that, and her ability to have shame about it taught me to not be shamed about it. And now I have no problem telling anybody, yeah, no, I have this mental disease, if you want to call it that. But, you know, knitting has been wonderful. It's proven that it's good for mental health. It's, you know, it keeps your hands busy, it keeps your mind busy, and it's fulfilling.
It is. And you can take that nervous energy, you can take that stress, and you can channel it into something physical.
Yes.
Channel it into something positive. We've both had very interesting lives and gone through some good things and some also really, really terrible things. And it's nice as you knit something, you can take that anxiety, that stress, that the awfulness and the positive, and you can put it into it and send it out into the world and be done.
Yeah.
And you can make something good out of something bad. And I don't know if that's making sense as I'm saying it.
No, I get it. I totally get that.
And maybe you guys don't, but
it's
where we're coming from.
It's what has helped us keep from unraveling. And, you know, she obviously has more kids than I do. But it helps me, you know, I think be a more patient mom, because even when, you know, you're just in mom mode and you're only that role for so long and you're not doing anything for yourself, for that, like the self-care isn't happening, you can like really get lost in that. And with knitting, like, it can really ground you. And I'm still doing something that's fulfilling for me, but I'm still being present for my kid, which is just like a win-win.
Absolutely.
It just makes you feel good in both ways for me, and because I can still, you know, have a conversation with my daughter and talk to her. Or like my son right now, very little, he's going to be 4 months this week, which is nuts. But I can literally have him on my chest. I sit down in my Papazon chair. Yes, I do have one of those little, like, I'm in college and I love it. But I sit in it and I have him on my chest and I can knit with him on my chest. It's fantastic.
Knit napping? I have knit.
I didn't know that there was a word for it.
It's my word. I don't know if other people use it.
Coin knit.
I've done so much knitting with children laying on my chest. Like, yes. I've had a baby sleeping and I just knit over top of them.
Oh, it's so good.
I have probably some of my most wonderful pictures of me and my kids are me knitting and them sleeping.
Yeah.
And
it's definitely possible, and you should do it. If you can find a way.
If you have a lot of kids and you're worried.
For babies, you know, using a boppy, doing it while they're napping and they're laying on you.
And if your kid is one of those kids who can't do that, if your kid's not like a chill, you know what I'm trying to say?
That doesn't want to be like wrapped up.
Yeah, it doesn't want to be wrapped in or held, or isn't cool with you moving around while they're laying on you. There's lots of other ways to try to find that time for yourself and find that time while parenting to fit in.
There have been times
your
where
self-care.
Like neither of my kids are good sleepers.
No.
Never. They love sleeping in the car. So there have been times where I've gone out on a drive, but they don't transfer. So I would go out on a drive and they would fall asleep, and I would bring my knitting with me, and I would park the car, turn the car off, and I would sit with them in the car, and I would sit there and knit, and I would put a podcast on. So it was like a white noise for the kid. They would stay asleep because I wasn't transferring them, and I was just knitting in my car. So that's another way you can do it.
It really is, I think, when it comes to...
Do not leave your car running in a garage. I feel like I need to put a disclaimer out there.
Yeah, that's an important one.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. That's bad.
I don't go into a garage and I turn my car off. Okay.
But the point is that you really can make time for you. You can do this craft and still be super present for your kids and your family, and you can take care of you, and it's important to take care of you.
Self-care is so important, especially for anyone suffering from anxiety or depression or anything like that. Anything in the mental health realm, or
just being you. Sometimes being you is just hard.
Well, it's hard because you have to wear so many different hats, and when you don't get to wear your own "this is me" hat often, it takes a toll. So you need to put that hat on. You need to take care of yourself and do the things that make you happy, no matter what that is.
And so my reason for putting this all out here was definitely I'm working on a test knit right now that I'm super excited about, and I cannot wait to share it with you because I am in love with the sweater.
It's gorgeous.
And I'm also really excited about the timing of it. It's a fingering weight full sweater with a colorwork yoke, and I am on track to get it done in 2 weeks. And I have used I want to show you guys because I am so old. I have a paper calendar.
I still like my paper too.
I like to write my things in my...
We're a tactile people, man.
Yeah,
Knitters are tactile.
So I actually
have a lot of journals.
I take the time to, like, I'll write in here 2 hours for knitting or an hour for knitting, and I will...
And this is my goal, where
This is my goal, where I'm supposed to be, and I will, you know, when I do my gauge swatch, I count how fast I can knit, how many stitches, and then I figure out how far I need to be and how much knitting I need to get done per day.
No, I love it.
But that's how I do it, and I'm on track to get this sweater done in 2 weeks. And it's a fingering weight sweater, and I'm so proud of myself.
With kids.
With kids.
That's nuts. Yeah.
That's how that's going to go, and I can't wait to show it to you. I think that the designer is going to be launching it around the 3rd, 4th of December, so next podcast, hopefully I'll have it up to show you guys.
That'd be great.
So yeah, that's
okay.
how we knit with kids.
That's how we knit with kids. All them kids.
All them kids.
All right, I think the next thing is going to be a little take our money. Please take our money. You're taking all of it.
I'm going to start.
Okay.
We talk a lot about bags because I have a bag problem. I might be an emotional shopper. It's possible.
But you know what?
There's nothing wrong with that.
It feels good sometimes.
And the other day I was, having one of those days where I just needed to buy something.
Yeah.
And Hoagie Locatelli had posted online about a bag that she had just bought from Hide and Hammer. And her bag was really cool, and so I fell into that Instagram wormhole of like, ooh, I'm gonna click on this, I'm gonna click on this, I'm gonna click on this. And it turned out that
it's a scary wormhole that you can just like
you can really fall into that. Mm-hmm. But I found that it happened that the day I found her website, she was launching, like in 30 minutes, she was launching an update of these amazing project bags. It's a roll top, and you can like roll it up, and it's got this great little leather strap for closing it up, and it's got a little leather handle strap, but it's super, like, you have this giant.
That is really big.
It's very big, and again, you can like roll it down.
It's very deceiving.
It's very deceiving because you can roll it real small. You can roll the top down.
Oh.
So that you can kind of have it open. It's got a nice big wide base, so you can have it open. I would roll it down more than that. That was not. And like you can knit out of it. And again, we've been talking a lot. Oh, and I gotta talk about this part because I'm on the kid kick today. Everything in my house is dirty. Everyone touches it and it gets disgusting.
Kids.
The leather accents on this are removable, so I can machine wash this.
That is a really
maybe
nice.
not machine wash, but wash.
But still,
I can wash it and then take off the leather things and then reattach them later.
Oh.
Isn't that exciting for those people who live a dirty life?
It's
not dirty, messy. I'm going to call my life a messy life,
it's
not a dirty life.
No, messy life. Yeah. That's really neat.
No, and so
I didn't know it did that.
And my whole thing with the knitting bags is like, I love knitting bags, and I know, what was it, 3 weeks ago we were talking about, or 3 episodes ago, we were talking about the Pleister bags and how they were amazing, and I know we're always in the search of the best knitting bag, the perfect knitting bag, but frankly, I don't think that exists.
No.
I think that there are so many great project bags out there, and they all have like a different purpose.
They're all perfect for their purpose.
Exactly. And this one for me, I've been looking for something a little bit bigger. I have probably 8 different colors of the Fringe Supply bag, and we'll talk about those one day, but today is not that day, because I can wax poetic about that forever. But like, this is just a little bit bigger. You saw how wide that rolled up or opened up, and you can put so much into it. And again, having those removable straps, it's just a different bag with a different set of really cool things that are really making me excited right now.
Yeah.
It showed up yesterday in my mailbox, and it was just...
Have had it in your hands over
I haven't put it down.
But and you're right, because we were talking about there's different needs. We like to sometimes use them as a purse, but sometimes, that might be too big, or you have like a small project, so you need a smaller bag that you can put into a bigger bag or something like that.
Exactly.
So it's good to have a variety of different bags for your different needs or what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'll talk about this one.
Yes.
Neither Kat nor I, surprisingly, own this one.
I don't know
yet.
how we haven't done this yet.
Yeah, I don't know how we don't own it either. But a friend of ours, Tiffany, hey,
Tiffany.
she lent this to us to see how we liked it and to talk to you guys about it. So this is, I'm sure you guys have all heard about it, the Knitter's Backpack, and it's in that pink color that is specific, the ritual dye bag. Yeah, it's specific to Do You Knit? Hey, Karen. And it comes in a lot of different colors. It has the toffee, the black. It has that new.
I really love that new burgundy
it's like
color
burgundy
that has
the little gold looking
the
strap.
rose gold.
Oh, it's so pretty.
So pretty.
So this, like you were saying, has great purpose for it. It's perfect for what it's made for, and it is a really sturdy canvas that literally, like, I can hold it on my hand like this without
and
even anything
open.
in it.
It
stays
open.
completely open. It's fantastic. You, I'm sure everyone again has seen this, so I'm not going to talk like really heavily about it. But you know, you can hold it like this, and because it stays open, you can knit out of it either by holding it this way. You can hold it on your wrist. And the coolest part, you know, when you're on the go, because you do this a lot.
I do this
knit
a lot.
on the go a lot. So when I have it here, and you can have it, thank you, you can have the yarn coming out of this bag and
right up over your shoulder.
You know, be knitting while you're walking, and you don't have to worry about holding anything.
Because that's the one thing about so many of the backpacks you see is they have a zipper top.
Yeah.
And the zipper top will catch your yarn, so you can't actually pull the yarn out and knit over your shoulder. But this is perfect for that because you actually can. You can knit with it on your back. You can knit with it on your arm.
It's up to you how you want to use it. It's huge. It's, you know, you put it down on the ground, which obviously I can't have you guys be able to see it. But, I mean, there's nothing in it. It doesn't collapse. And there's literally nothing in this bag right now, and it's still standing straight up. So when you put it in, it just makes it even sturdier. But this is, it's so great. It's such a ingenious idea that
for a project on the go.
Came up with. And it's got this cute little leather accent. Again, comes in a bunch of different colors. But like we're saying, there is a bag for everything, and it's good.
We're gonna get them all.
We're gonna get all of them.
All the bags.
All the bags. We're just gonna have a room for bags one day. Wouldn't that be? Oh, you just got so excited.
I really did.
You were like, I'm warm and fuzzy inside.
That was like,
yeah. So thank you, Tiffany, for letting us check this out, because now I have to go get one, and of course I'm gonna get one in black because weird. I love neutrals.
Although today we're kind of switched. Today I'm in the all black and you're wearing almost a color.
Still a neutral.
Well, it's an improvement.
Wasn't black. So, so that is. Please take our money for this episode. And yeah, they're gonna take your money too because it's awesome. Definitely, I need to go get one of those now. I didn't know that you could remove the hardware.
Yeah, and they have a mustard color that I'm kind of like,
you know how
I feel about mustard.
Mustard's like the only color I use.
Next,
so now we're gonna do
style your knits.
Yeah. So
you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll start.
It's a good idea.
So I got kind of inspired for mine this week because of the snow, and I got really excited. And then I was also playing with chunky yarn, and then I was like, I forgot how much I love chunky yarn. It's so squishy. So I went and pulled out a sweater that I had knit a while ago. This is the Mink cardigan by Jo Story. It's got these lovely little pockets. Where is it? There it is. It's got these cute little pockets in it. It's
I've seen the pockets.
Yeah, there's 2 pockets on there.
Oh, those are so cute.
Yeah, they're cute little pockets on there. It's a really, really chunky, really, really big, oversized cardigan. And so I have a picture of myself here wearing this. I just wanted something really cozy that is something that I would absolutely wear out into the snow. So I just paired it with a pair of jeans and a nice kind of croppy-ish black shirt, and have that sweater on. And then of course I had to put on my brand new hat that I just made. So I'm just rocking all the chunky knits together.
I love it.
One. And it still looks really modern. It's a really good...
It's a really modern look, but it's also so warm and cozy.
Yeah, it's so warm, so cozy. I knit this one in, this is Brooklyn Tweed's Quarry, and it's in the Moonstone. Yeah, it's just, and it's, it has a lot of texture to it.
There's a lot of texture. We got
moss stitch, we got ribbing, we have stockinette. So there's a lot going on here. But it
in
comes
a good
together.
way.
Yeah,
it comes together
really
so
well.
beautifully.
Yeah. And it's kind of got like this bat wing thing going on. There isn't a full sleeve, so like you want to wear it with a long sleeve to stay warm.
You know what?
I love the little
absolutely
pockets.
Keep this. If you wanted to add a long sleeve, all you would have to do is just keep that ribbing going.
And it was seamed up together at the end. So it was knit in a few different panels. But
which always fascinates me when you knit something and you knit all these little pieces and then you put it together and you're like, look,
it's a sweater.
It's a sweater.
How? Yeah, Yeah, no, you know, all these flat things, and all of a sudden it becomes this beautiful thing that, you know, I feel like this is something you would see in a store. So, and I love it. And then
And she's so darn
you
cute.
can sleep on it if you needed to, because it's like the cushiest thing ever. So, and I really enjoy, again, it was a really quick knit, because I'm pretty sure this was also on like size like 11 needles or something like that. I knit it a while ago, but probably, if I had to look at it, I'd say probably about 11s. So, really fast one, so go check that out.
You are inspiring me to pick up some chunky and knit something quickly.
Oh my gosh, it feels so good.
For my style units this week, a bunch of people have been asking us about how we style
Knitting with kids.
knitting with kids.
All them kids.
Podcasting with kids, no big deal.
Same thing.
There's another adult out there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
They are cared for.
Styling your knit.
Styling my knits. Some people have reached out to us saying, hey, how do you guys style shawls? And I gotta tell you,
It's really hard.
shawls are gorgeous. They're so fun to knit. It's fantastic. They don't have to fit exactly.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful. You don't have to stress too much about gauge, and they're a fantastic product to put out. And sometimes they're so, you can really play with colors and do all sorts of wild things, but then you're like, oh, how do I wear this?
Yeah. I got a lot of those.
No, but to be honest with you, like the way I wear them, I really enjoy wearing my shawls.
Well, I think it's because you do a lot more like simple stuff, and then that becomes the accessory.
Exactly.
And you tend to really go outside of your comfort zone with colors when it comes to your shawls.
I do. My knitting is way more flamboyant necessarily than my personality is. So I will usually, and again, this might not be how everyone does it, but we have told you before that styling your knits for us this is how we do it. Take some tips about how you want to do it or how you never want to do it, and we're fine with either.
Yep.
So when I'm styling my shawls, in this picture right here, I've got it paired with a pair of, like I'm in all black leggings, black top, black booties,
Black hair.
well, there's that too. And I just, to break up all of that darkness, and a lot of times this is sort of an outfit I wear to work, and then I'm gonna throw one of these really bright shawls on to really, really bring me kind of out of, funeral garb, and to kind of
you taking it in a few, like the shawl in like 2 different ways that you will actually wear the shawl.
Yeah, and I'm one of those ones where my shawl's always moving when I'm wearing it. It's wrapped around, it's around my shoulders, it's moving.
And it is a versatile garment. Like if you think about it, it can just be something really drapey and really pretty, and then you walk outside and it's now it's keeping snowing, and then you can wrap it up. Yeah, then you can wrap it up around. So they are really great things to have.
And I like to, again, when I have so much black going on, whether it's for work or just because I like black because it makes me look skinny, it breaks things up and gives me a little pop of color. It gives me some accessories. This particular shawl is Andrea Mowry's Brioche-licious. It is knit in Duck Wool's Night Bokeh, and I have to get you a close up there
it's
to
a
see
color.
How much is going on with that color. You've got blues, you've got greens, yellows, purples, pinks, all mixed into this really great gray that becomes, weirdly enough, becomes an amazing neutral. I love that colorway so much.
It's beautiful.
And so I then just went stash diving, and I think I've got some hedgehog fiber highlighter here.
I think I gave that to you.
I think I took it from you.
Yeah.
And some other speckles that I have pilfered from either other sweaters I've made or friends who left their yarn lying around. And
don't leave your yarn lying around when she's around.
I'm a little bit of a swiper. And then I got this really bright, fun.
It's bright, but it's still not like over the top bright.
Right.
But when you add that, like right now you're wearing the black.
This is
it adds
something
so
to
And then you have the ability to play around with colors that maybe you wouldn't normally.
Exactly. You can take, if you are, usually it's this one who's in the all black. But if that's where you're at, you can take something really out there and maybe experiment with something you wouldn't have done before and be a little different and try something new.
Yeah.
So
that's our styling your knits. And we'll have to do more shawls.
We're going to keep doing shawls.
Yeah, we're going to do different shapes.
Because the Brioche-licious, this is actually a crescent, which is probably the easiest shape to wear.
So we'll do some more.
We have some other asymmetrical things that we're going to show you in the future.
So I think that's it for us for this one. And
thanks for checking us out again.
And happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thankful for things too.
Yeah, we're thankful for knit. I'm thankful for you.
I'm thankful for you. And you. And you.
Now you made me look like a jerk.
That's
all right. All right, well, we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Hold on, you're still in here. It's not funny. I love you so much, but I need you to walk out of the room. If you open that door again, Mommy's going to pull out her hair. Please, close the door. He's still at the door.